The restaurant fell silent when she snapped her fingers, demanding faster service impatiently. Crystal chandeliers glowed above her designer dress, confidence dripping from every careless word. She glanced at the waiter, like furniture, not human, annoyance curling her painted lips. He apologized softly, holding a tray with slightly trembling hands, voice calm and respectful. Her friends laughed quietly, whispering jokes about cheap uniforms and disposable workers nearby. She smirked, asking if he even understood English or basic instructions. Clearly, the waiter nodded politely, hiding humiliation behind professionalism, practiced through countless similar nights. His name was Ethan Cole, 28, balancing college debt, rent pressure, and dreams, quietly. He worked double shifts, sending money home to a sick mother struggling alone. Tonight mattered because tips decided whether medication arrived before another painful delay. She waved him closer, inspecting him like a defective product she regretted ordering. She complained loudly about water temperature, fork placement, and invisible, imaginary mistakes. Other diners stared awkwardly, sensing cruelty disguised as entitlement and casual superiority. Ethan fixed everything quickly, hands steady, despite eyes burning from swallowed anger. She leaned back, laughing, announcing some people were born to serve forever. Her words sliced deeper because she truly believed them, without hesitation or doubt. Ethan lowered his head slightly, murmuring apology, refusing to offer emotional satisfaction. She scoffed, dropping cash deliberately onto the floor beside his worn shoes. "Pick it up," she said, smiling, enjoying power over someone helpless, publicly. Ethan froze briefly, then bent down slowly, collecting dignity alongside crumpled bills. The manager watched nervously, but stayed silent, fearing wealthy customers more than justice. Ethan returned to the kitchen, breathing deeply, reminding himself, humiliation funds survival. He stared at his reflection in stainless steel, whispering promises he kept secret. Promises written years earlier, inside notebooks filled with ideas nobody encouraged. Seriously, Ethan studied economics nights, building models while exhaustion pressed against his eyelids. He believed systems could change, even when people treated him like nothing. Back outside, she demanded another bottle, rolling eyes exaggerated for entertainment. Ethan served without protest, professionalism, masking storms, building quietly inside his chest. For friends filmed discreetly, hoping viral content would amuse followers later. Ethan noticed cameras, choosing grace, knowing reactions feed cruelty's appetite. She stood suddenly, announcing departure, leaving chaos behind, with practiced indifference. She tossed one final insult, calling him invisible, forgettable, replaceable, always. Ethan watched her leave, words echoing louder than clinking glasses around him. That night, tips were poor, but resolve hardened, sharper than disappointment. After closing, Ethan rode the subway, reviewing numbers on a cracked phone. Charts, projections, and calculations filled his screen, representing years of quiet preparation. He reached his tiny apartment, walls lined with books instead of decorations. He called his mother, assuring her medication was coming, voice steady, reassuring. She reminded him kindness outlives cruelty, wisdom earned through her own suffering. Ethan smiled softly, opening his laptop, returning to work invisible to others. Weeks passed. Seasons changed, but memory of her laughter lingered uncomfortably. He followed markets obsessively, investing tiny amounts with calculated precision patiently. Failures taught him resilience. Successes funded more learning instead of indulgence. Meanwhile, she lived lavishly, posting vacations, parties, and luxury purchases constantly. Her name was Vanessa Rowe, heiress to a fashion empire built generations earlier. She never noticed workers, assuming money explained everything worth understanding. Ethan noticed everything, because survival trains awareness ruthlessly. One evening, Vanessa dined at another restaurant, bragging about exclusive invitations. A magazine lay nearby, unopened, its cover hidden beneath menus casually. Across town, Ethan stared at emails confirming meetings he once dreamed impossible. Investors requested calls, impressed by returns generated anonymously through online platforms. Ethan hesitated, remembering humiliation, wondering if revealing himself mattered now. He agreed to one interview, condition anonymity, until deals finalized properly. The magazine editor smiled, sensing a story bigger than profits alone. Photo shoots were scheduled quietly, names withheld, anticipation building deliberately. Vanessa flipped through her phone, bored, craving attention validation. She never noticed the magazine being unwrapped, cover facing outward suddenly. The waiter placed it near her table, headline bold, unmistakable. She glanced casually, then froze, heart skipping violently against ribcage. Vanessa's breath caught as recognition shattered her certainty about power forever. The face staring back belonged to someone she called invisible once. Vanessa leaned closer, disbelief twisting her expression as the headline burned her eyes. Self-made billionaire redefines modern investing, the cover declared beside Ethan's calm portrait. Her friends crowded around, laughter dying instantly as realizations spread uncomfortably. She whispered his name, hoping denial would erase memory. But truth remained stubborn. Ethan Cole stared confidently from glossy pages, suit replacing uniform, effortlessly. Her chest tightened, replaying every insult delivered so casually that night. The waiter returned, asking gently if everything was satisfactory this evening. Vanessa looked up slowly, meeting eyes she once dismissed without thought. Ethan recognized her instantly, though his expression remained professionally neutral. Silence stretched painfully, thick with unspoken regret and crumbling superiority. She attempted laughter, claiming coincidence, suggesting many people look alike. Ethan smiled politely, offering menus, refusing to acknowledge her discomfort openly. Her hands trembled, magazine slipping, revealing full article details, clearly. It described years of discipline, strategy, and vision, forged through hardship. Vanessa skimmed frantically, realizing wealth-earned commands, different respect entirely. The article mentioned anonymity, humility, and gratitude, toward service workers explicitly. Shame flushed her cheeks as friends avoided eye contact awkwardly. She cleared her throat, asking Ethan how long he'd worked here. Ethan replied calmly, explaining this was his last week serving tables. Her stomach dropped, realizing opportunities vanish when arrogance blinds perception. She apologized suddenly, voice cracking, sincerity battling pride desperately. Ethan listened quietly, nodding, acknowledging apology without offering forgiveness explicitly. He explained everyone grows at different speeds, lessons arriving when least expected. Vanessa felt smaller than ever, surrounded by luxury suddenly meaningless. After dinner, she requested a meeting, hoping redemption could be negotiated. Ethan declined politely, explaining boundaries matter, especially after disrespect. He left carrying himself with quiet authority money never taught her. The magazine went viral overnight, social media celebrating the unlikely success. People shared stories of kindness, cruelty, and underestimated potential everywhere. Vanessa's name surfaced online, linked to humiliation footage, resurfacing mercilessly. Her brand sponsors questioned associations, fearing backlash from public sentiment. She issued statements, apologizing broadly, but audiences sensed performative regret. Ethan watched distantly, uninterested in revenge, focused on forward momentum. He attended conferences, speaking about equity, opportunity, and unseen talent. Crowds listened intensely, inspired by humility contrasting billionaire stereotypes. Vanessa attempted contact repeatedly, emails unread, calls unanswered consistently. She felt consequences for the first time, powerless, without inherited shields. Her father confronted her, disappointed, warning reputation once broken, costs fortunes. She spiraled emotionally, realizing privilege never prepared her for accountability. Meanwhile, Ethan funded scholarships, healthcare initiatives, and worker investment programs. He visited his mother, tears streaming as treatments improved dramatically. She held his hands, proud beyond words, reminding him pain-shaped purpose. Ethan considered forgiveness privately, believing growth deserves recognition. Eventually, he agreed to one conversation, setting terms emphasizing honesty and humility. They met quietly. No cameras, no spectacle, just truth. Vanessa apologized sincerely, acknowledging cruelty rooted in insecurity and ignorance. Ethan listened, sharing how words linger longer than moments people forget. She asked for guidance, wanting to change genuinely, not performatively. Ethan offered advice without superiority, emphasizing listening before speaking always. She left changed, though redemption would require consistent action publicly. Months later, Vanessa sold shares, funding worker education programs quietly. Public skepticism remained, but gradual actions softened perceptions slowly. Ethan continued rising, though fame never replaced grounding principles. One morning, Forbes requested a follow-up cover, celebrating ethical capitalism. Ethan agreed, insisting focus remain on systemic change, not personal triumph. Vanessa saw the announcement, smiling sadly. Grateful lessons came eventually. She attended anonymously, applauding from the back, invisible by choice. Ethan spoke powerfully, reminding audiences wealth reveals character, not creates it. He thanked service workers specifically, eyes scanning rooms intentionally. Vanessa felt tears fall. Understanding respect begins where ego ends. After the event, Ethan received a message, marked urgent, unexpectedly. It referenced leaked documents, threatening everything he built carefully. Ethan opened the message, realizing success had attracted dangerous attention. The email contained threats, disguised as business proposals from powerful competitors. They demanded influence, offering protection in exchange for control. Quietly, Ethan recognized coercion, remembering systems he once studied academically. He refused immediately, understanding compromise here would betray everything earned. Retaliation followed swiftly, smear campaigns questioning legitimacy and ethics. Media outlets published misleading narratives, fueled by anonymous, wealthy sources. Ethan remained transparent, releasing records, audits, and independent confirmations publicly. Support flooded in from workers, students, and communities impacted positively. Vanessa spoke publicly, defending Ethan, risking remaining social capital bravely. Her statement surprised audiences, signaling genuine growth beyond damage control. Threats escalated privately, warnings targeting Ethan's mother and personal safety. He reported everything, cooperating with authorities, despite fear gnawing deeply. Investigations uncovered networks exploiting markets, laundering influence through intimidation. Ethan testified, voice steady, knowing courage sometimes invites storms. The case exploded nationally, exposing corruption across financial institutions. Vanessa's family distanced themselves from implicated elites, choosing integrity reluctantly. Ethan's mother was protected, smiling proudly despite chaos surrounding them. Court rulings favored transparency, dismantling coercive power structures publicly. Ethan's investments thrived ethically, proving morality and profit coexist. Years passed, his story taught in schools. As modern cautionary tale, Vanessa rebuilt her life quietly, volunteering, learning, listening consistently. One afternoon, she visited the original restaurant, now renovated beautifully. She tipped generously, apologizing again to staff she once ignored. Ethan happened to dine there, recognizing her humility genuinely. They exchanged respectful nods, past pain acknowledged, future hopeful. Ethan funded worker ownership programs, nationwide, reshaping industry standards. Vanessa managed nonprofit initiatives, supporting service worker education access. Their paths diverged, connected forever by one moment of cruelty. Ethan often remembered that night, not with anger, but clarity. He knew humiliation fueled determination, transforming wounds into wisdom. On another Forbes cover, Ethan declined photos, requesting spotlight on teams. The magazine agreed, featuring janitors, waiters, and drivers, proudly. The headline read simply, "Invisible, no more," resonating everywhere. Vanessa framed the issue, reminder of lessons learned painfully. Ethan returned home, grateful, grounded, aware success remains fragile. He called his mother, sharing quiet joy instead of loud celebration. She reminded him, kindness always circles back, sometimes wearing different faces. Ethan looked out his window, city alive, possibilities endless. Respect learned too late still matters when actions finally speak louder.